there, my name is Kat. Welcome to the first vlog for Shopaholic Sundays at I Write, I Read, I Review. This is where I'll be showing you some of the new books that I purchased this week, both in physical copy and for my Kindle. As well as that, you can look down and you'll be able to see some of the books I'm interested in potentially purchasing, as well as a list of the things that will be going up on my blog in the coming week. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let's get to the books. First up, I'll show you a couple that I grabbed from my Kindle, or at least I'll tell you about them, because I figure it's quicker to get these out of the way first. I got 13 Little Blue Envelopes by Maureen Johnson, which looks really cool. I love books about traveling. I've done quite a bit of traveling in my life. I've been very fortunate. My grandparents took me all over when I was young, and that was really cool, so I figured reading a story like that would be fun. I also purchased The Breakaway by Michelle Davidson Argyle. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Anyway, the story really intrigued me, and when I read the sample for Kindle, I was completely hooked, and I knew I just absolutely had to have it. So I'm really excited about that too. Now we'll move along to the physical copies of books that I purchased. I did one order on Amazon this week, and I picked up 4 books that I have been really excited about, and I will show them to you now. The first book that I got is The Selection by Kira Cass. Yes, I did buy the paperback edition. I actually prefer paperbacks to hardcovers, because when I read a hardcover, I find the sleeve likes to slide off of them. So given a choice, if both come out at the same time, odds are I'm going to buy the paperback, because also they take less space, and my room's really small. Sometimes a Kindle version just will not do for me. I love getting a book when it has a really pretty cover. I want it for my collection, or else if I really love a book, or if the price is actually lower for the physical copy, I will not pay more for a digital copy of a work. I don't agree with it at all. Anyway though, what's not to love? 35 Girls, One Crown, and the race is on. This looks like it should be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to get started on reading it. It's probably what I'm reading next. The next book that I purchased is a sequel I have been looking forward to for ages, and yes, I'm somewhat torturing myself as to not having read it yet. It's Thumped by Megan McCafferty. I absolutely loved Bumped. I thought it was totally fabulous, incredibly interesting, and I had a great time reading that last summer. It was one of the first books I read for my blog, so I could not resist getting my hands on this. I'm really looking forward to reading it. I really liked Melody and Harmony, and I really want to see what happens with Zen and John Doe and the 2 girls and how everything's going to work out. So look for this in the coming weeks. I will definitely be reviewing it. I have been waiting ages to read this. The next book that I purchased is a book that's been out a bit longer. It is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I have wanted to read this for a while, but I've been very apprehensive. I'm very cautious about reading books that involve any kind of medical condition or illness, because I can find them really upsetting. And I will tell you, I have read this. I read this in one sitting last night. It hooked me from start to finish. I could not put it down. But it's definitely got humor in it. It's definitely got wonderful characters, but it is the kind of book that is going to break your heart in order to put it back together. This book is absolutely out of this world amazing. And I feel so blessed to have read this, because this is just an incredible, incredible book that if you have any interest in it whatsoever, run, don't walk. You need this. This is really, really, really good. My review for this should be up on Tuesday. The last book that I purchased, and I'm sure everybody saw this coming because I'm sure everybody's reading this pretty much, is Insurgent by Veronica Roth. And by the way, if you are not interested in this, no pressure, to each their own. But I loved Divergent, and I have been dying to get my hands on this. The only reason I'm not reading this right away, there are 2 reasons. Number 1, everybody's reading this right now, which makes it great for discussion and everything, I'm sure. But at the same time, I'm afraid that the review market for this is going to be saturated, and I'd rather wait a little longer and take my time with this and put a review out once it cools down more and people have read it and people want to talk and everything, because I like that kind of aspect for reviews. Also, I'm waiting because it takes me forever to read things, especially right now with my grandma and my writing and everything else going on. And this book is like 500 and some pages long. So I want to get ahead before I start this, because this one's probably going to take me a few days, depending on how my schedule goes and everything. It is true that I read Divergent in one sitting, but my life is very different right now, so we'll have to see how it goes. But anyway, yes, I'm very excited that I got this. I cannot wait to get started on this because Divergent was one of my favorite books from last year. Anyway, that's it for me, and I'm very happy with what I got, and I'm really excited to read the ones I haven't started yet. I wonder what you guys got in your hauls or mailboxes or whatever you are deciding to call them currently. I would love to know, and I'd love to also know what books you're thinking of purchasing, or what's coming up on your blog that sounds really exciting, because those are two of the things I'm talking about on mine now too. So feel free to link up with your comments and your thoughts and anything else you'd like to share, and I will do my best to visit you. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!